Hey everyone and welcome back to my channel. Let's take a look at what's in store today. Now most of you know that I play Shadow War every weekend without fail. The last time I missed it was when I was at the tattoo convention, but even though I work weekends, the first thing I do when I get home is log in for Shadow War. So I basically leave both my characters at the Shadow War entrance on a Saturday morning or Friday night with the correct build so that I'm ready and raring to go. So this week we actually were against a full team for Shadow War and we had one player down. I think we were like one player missing for us. This is the Exalted 2 room and we were against Ukraine United. So we weren't sure how this was going to go down. This is a really active clan. They have a lot of active people and we actually both had the same amount of people attend both of our Shadow Wars. I think it was about 65 players for each clan. So we knew that it was going to be pretty close on that alone. Now, I was just playing a support build here, so I'm actually using the build that I've been using in Battleground Convoy, as this works quite nicely. And I was hoping I might get a chance to get a couple of kills in, but it doesn't look like that is going to happen. Obviously, I'm not one of the melee classes, so I won't be on the front line for this. I'm just going to be staying back a little bit and supporting from behind, making sure no one gets through to our towers, as always in Shadow War. That's basically the stance that I always do, or the role that I always play in Shadow War, is just making sure that no one can get through to our towers. So this was a fun battle. We had a real mixed resonance team. So we had some higher resonance players, mid resonance players like myself, and lower resonance players also. Makes it a little bit more interesting when it's like that. And some of the players on the other team were also super strong. There's a few people similar resonance to myself. Most of them are more mid resonance than high resonance though. So yeah, I wasn't sure how quickly this battle was going to be over or if it was going to be a battle at all. But like I said, thankfully I had some big guns with me, and as support I didn't have to push too hard. So yeah, the first Shadow War was a victory for my clan Niflheim. So yeah, we had a good fight there. Really nice turnout. And you can see they did have one extra player compared to us. I was bottom of my team for the first time in a long time, but you know what? When you've been at work all day, and I did like 11,000 steps on Saturday. Yeah, I don't mind being bottom of the team. I think that's still a really good result. So yeah, really nice to see. That was the result overall. We did actually win all of our rooms, I believe, with, I think we basically like completely smashed it. So now on to my ult. So I swapped my ult recently to Tempest. Now I don't know if I've made any videos with this character as Tempest, but I can tell you right now, playing this class, it definitely needs a hard nerf, especially in PvP. This class is still way too OP. It's way too easy to cause a lot of damage in a small amount of time. And yeah, as much fun as I have playing it, I do miss playing Necromancer. But I just wanted to test a few things out with Tempest and have a real experience of it on my own. Obviously, Game Zone, as a lot of you know, has also played Tempest for a while, and I'm using his PvE build here. I do also use it in PvP just because I don't have full Essence Mastery and I'm still missing Essences. Now, after Shadow War, I did also have the joy of actually joining for our Accursed Tower battle. Now, this was my first Accursed Tower war with my new clan that I joined on my ult. So I joined Defenders Academy. So I wasn't sure what this was going to be like. When I signed up, there was only 3 people signed up. So I let our clan leader know, and we used some of our alliance clans to actually help us with a full team for this. So I kind of knew that it was going to be a hard battle for myself personally, but I also had some really competent PvP players on my team, so I was really excited for this and really excited to see what we could do. As you can see here, taking quite a lot of damage there, and my bandage didn't really work. For some reason, my life doesn't seem to be displaying properly at the top left either, so not sure what that is about. But yeah, unfortunately, it was a death within the first few moments of this battle. So once we revive, hopefully we'll be able to push forward and get some decent results in this match. So I was actually really excited to join Defenders Academy. This is run by my friend Celine, and you may have seen him in a couple of my other videos. I made a dungeon video a little while back where I was saying I always tried to beat his damage because he is really, really good at his build. So it was actually quite nice to fight alongside him. I know that when I first started playing Diablo, when I was in things like Rite of Exile, I always had a lot of fun fighting his main clan, Defenders of Westmarch. So being in their alt clan was definitely like a little bit of an honor for me personally, because when you play with people, or when you've played with people that you know are really good in PvP and PvE, it's actually quite nice to be on the same team as them and fight alongside them as well. So here I was just waiting around this effigy. I didn't want to risk it getting taken by the enemy team, so I'm just holding back a little bit. It's really important to make sure that you actually defend your effigies in the tower war, because it makes it a lot harder for enemy players to just run along and take it down. Obviously, I'm not the strongest here. I'm below server paragon. I'm below the combat rating. I have low secondaries. But this is part of the reason why I mentioned about how OP Tempest is and how much this class is really in need of a hard nerf sometime soon. It just deals far too much damage, as you'll see in a moment. Obviously, I'm taking a lot of damage because a lot of the players here are higher resonance than me. They've got higher secondaries, but I wanted to just point out like how easy it is also as a low resonance and low stat Tempest to take players down. And I've seen it myself as well in Battleground Convoy recently. I've got another video I want to share on that and talk about Tempest a little bit, because you know, when you've got someone with half your secondaries, half your resonance, and they're taking you down that quickly, that really shouldn't happen. And that's exactly what I was doing in this battle here. So yeah, this is just proof that Tempest is still too OP. So yeah, I've stuck with this class for a little while. It is quite fun to play. I don't enjoy it as much as my Necromancer because I feel like it's cheating a little bit, because it is just so easy to get kills and so easy to deal damage with this class. And obviously you can move around really quickly compared to a lot of other classes. Tempests are kind of really hard to track when you're in these matches. So yeah. Anyway, I didn't mean to spend like half the video talking about Tempest, but there we go, that's what we have. So you can see we're getting close to the score for the Guardian to spawn. That's why I've kind of stuck to the center now. So you can see the Guardian is in the middle here waiting to spawn. And I'm going to make sure that I kind of stay close to that, because although I can't deal loads of damage compared to some of the higher resonance Tempests, I want to ensure that I'm doing my part and actually firstly hoping to get to the Guardian before these enemy players, but also making sure that I'm at the Guardian area ready for when it spawns, so that I can support my teammates here as well. So this was really a team effort. We actually had such a good match and it was really fun to be a part of this. A lot of the times I've participated in Tower War and I've not filmed it because we've not even had any kind of battle whatsoever. But for this battle, we were against the clan Devils, and they are quite an active clan. They do have some higher resonance players. There was a couple of players that I knew to look out for because I've fought them in Battleground and know that they're really strong and have really good builds. So yeah, it was always going to be a fun and interesting one. It was one of those battles that could have kind of gone either way. So luckily our team managed to take down that Guardian. So we got the extra points there, and you can see we're close to winning this battle now as well. We're doing well on the kills. I might have just walked into my own grave here. I walked into way too much CC there. But yeah, some really nice results from our team. And considering we still don't have as many players on this team as the enemy team, I think we've done really good so far. So the guy that killed me, Bait the First, that was one of the people that I knew to look out for. They're a player that I fought in Battleground previously on my main character, and they're really strong and some decent builds as well. So yeah, I knew to look out for them. And then here as well, I got like an instant death. So but yeah, I knew that it was a win before I even died. So I just said good job to the team here. And yeah, definitely had a lot of fun with this match overall. Before I get a chance to get another kill in, the match is going to be over. So just like that, it was done. And it was a victory for our team as well. So really, really happy with the battle and how that went. It was a lot of fun. I had so much fun playing alongside different players as well. So this was the overall result. I'm pretty happy with how I did personally as well. Died a few too many times, but I got a decent amount of assists and 3 kills as well. So not completely awful. As always, Celine is at the top, kicking ass. Yeah, to be expected. But yeah, this was a really fun match to be a part of, and I was really glad to be on the team for this. So that is it from me for this video. Let me know if you participate in Shadow weekly tasks with your clan, if you attend your Shadow Wars, if you attend Tower Wars like this. Let me know how you're doing with them in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a great day. Official Diablo partner.